If you are someone who believes that something labeled made in China means it's lower quality, then you are missing out because there are so many Chinese makeup products. You just have to know where to look. And I wanted to thank YESSTYLE once again for sponsoring this video. Over the past few months, I have had the privilege to be able to work more closely with YESSTYLE and dive into the world of Asian beauty products. I'm not gonna lie, I have been spending one too many hours shopping on YESSTYLE because there are hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of pages of products that you can choose from Chinese beauty, Korean beauty, Japanese beauty, you name it. They always have sales throughout the year and they sell a lot of well-known brands like the ones that I'm gonna talk about today, including Judy Doll, Joocyee, Flower Nose, Kaleidos, Girlcult. So if any of these products that I mentioned in today's video fits within your budget and your preferences, you can use the code LCHU12 to get 12% off of any orders of $59 or more. Now that we have all of that out of the way, let's get into the good stuff, the stuff that I'm so freaking excited to talk about. Starting with, I think, what might become my favorite brand. Dare I say? I don't know. That is Kaleidos. I say that with the context of only trying 2 of their products because I love the 2 products that I have tried from them and I want to keep buying more stuff from them. These were gifted to me by YESSTYLE, but I would 100% would go back and order some more products with my own cash. Starting with my favorite product from them, which is the eyeshadow palette. I've been eyeing this for quite a while, just couldn't justify buying yet another neutral basic eyeshadow palette, but I am so happy I have this. It has been my go-to eyeshadow quad whenever I want to do something very simple, basic, but still flattering and impactful. I even have it on my eyes today and I've worn it in, I think, a couple of videos in the past before this one. The packaging is this really pretty, like, cushioned plastic lace Y2K inspired component, and then when you open it up, it's magnetic, it has a good size mirror, and then 4 different eyeshadows. 3 of those are matte eyeshadows and then 1 shimmer. The matte formula is very similar to Patrick Ta's eyeshadow matte formula. Also think 2016 ABH eyeshadow formula. It's very powdery. There is a decent amount of fallout. I know a lot of people don't like that, but that is my personal preference. I find that type of eyeshadow to be very soft, easy to blend, easy to build up. So I really like the matte formula in this palette. Also, the shimmer reminds me a lot of, you know, the e.l.f. eyeshadow singles that are dupes of the Urban Decay. It's very similar to that in the sense of it has that scattered glittered formula and it's very shiny but maybe not as reflective as the Urban Decay. It's very close though and I think it is beautiful. I love all of these shades. The colors are more neutral leaning, so they do have cool tone versions. This is just in that neutral realm, so if you are my skin tone or if you have a neutral undertone, I do think you would really enjoy this. Highly recommend. Another product from Kaleidos, which is more of a recent pick from YESSTYLE. This is in the shade 100 Skinny Dip. It is their lip glaze. Again, packaging so cool, so freaking fun. I think that this is what we're missing in the Western market. I think a lot of Western beauty is repackage or repeat and it's not as easy, or what's the word? There's not a lot to differentiate one brand from another brand because they tend to just repackage the same thing over and over again. This is a component that I've never seen before. Okay, it's also slightly weighted, kind of feels like glass. It could be glass or hard plastic. I'm not really sure. I will say that this is a very just buttery lip gloss. It's buttery. It has medium pigment. I do wish it was more pigmented. I wish it was like a full-on lip cream, but I still really enjoy the color, and the nude looks really good with like a brown lip liner. I think Kaleidos stands out a lot from, you know, typical brands because a lot of their products are very catered towards cool toned makeup, grungy makeup. When I look at their brand, I think cool but also creative and unique and fun. So I am definitely gonna be trying more products from them because I cannot get enough. Another brand that I would say say is somewhat similar to the vibes of Kaleidos is Girlcult. And the thing about Girlcult is I love their vibe, I love their packaging. I just don't have a lot of interest in the products they've currently launched. I've heard amazing things about their products. It's just when I think about my preferences, what I'm searching for in makeup, in terms of formula and color, there's nothing there that's really enticing me. So I only picked out one product from Girlcult. This is from their Peach collection, I think. And again, this was gifted to me by YESSTYLE. Instead of saying that over and over again, I'm just gonna put it in the video so I'm not annoying. I picked this out because it was the closest thing that I could find within my style of makeup. I love peachy blushes. I might not like cream blushes, but I was willing to give this a chance. And I also really loved the packaging of this, and in person it exceeded my expectations in terms of packaging. Just listen to this. That is so satisfying. The component, again, is just this custom package. It's pink and green, my favorite color combination. The inside here is velvet, and it's just this really nice hard plastic. You open it up and then you get this, what's the word? Embellished? No. Print? No. You know what I'm saying. It has like my mind is blanking right now. It has the shape of the sun in the cream blush, okay? And it is a cream formula. It's very putty-like in a weird way. It kind of melts with the warmth of your fingers. It has a slight radiance to it, but it's not overly dewy or glowy. The only thing that made me really sad about this was the fact that the color was just too light for my skin tone. So if you are my skin tone or darker, pass on this blush shade number 20. It's just too pale, has too much of a white base. So unfortunately, the color didn't work out for me, but I loved everything else about it. And I think that one of my friends or my mom might really like this more because the color just didn't work for me. Let me know if you have tried any blushes from Girlcult. Comment down below what you would recommend for my skin tone if you have found anything that has worked for you, because I just want it in this packaging. Or I would try their eyeshadows, but none of their eyeshadows are my color story, if you know what I mean. Next up is a viral C beauty brand. You've probably seen this all over your For You page, all over YouTube. You can't really get enough of their gorgeous freaking packaging. It is social media worthy. Flower Nose. They did send this to me in PR, specifically Flower Nose, not YESSTYLE. I don't know if I have to be like that specific when I disclose it, but better be safe than sorry. They send me PR every once in a while, and I can't get enough of their packaging, but also their products are high quality. Starting with their new strawberry collection, they sent me 3 shades of their liquid blushes. I love a good liquid blush. 2 of the shades work great for me. 1 of the shade doesn't. It's a little too pale, so we're gonna start with the shades that I really like. The first shade is Pink Gemstone, which is this bright pink. The second shade is called Apple Glow, which is more of a peachy pink, and I have this color on my cheeks today. Compared to the Rare Beauty liquid blushes, it's not as pigmented. I feel like this is more of a medium pigment. It's a little bit easier to work with. I also feel like there's enough sheerness where it's not fully a white base in the formula, so when you apply it on the cheeks, it gives you more of a flush rather than this opaque kind of stand out blush separate from the rest of your skin and your makeup. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. As long as you get the right shade, of course. And they also have a really fruity scent, which I love. And the packaging is a 10 out of 10. Like, I don't know what else to say about this. I've been reaching for Apple Glow fairly often. It's kind of slowly become a replacement for my Charlotte Tilbury Matte Beauty Blush Wand in Peach Pop. I'm gonna have to do a comparison to see which one I like better, but it's very, very close, and that says a lot because that is my favorite liquid blush. So if you are looking for a liquid blush that isn't as pigmented as Rare Beauty and you love the packaging of this, this, I don't think you can go wrong as long as you pick the right color. This shade right here is in Coastal Rose. This is a very soft pale pink. A lot of people would probably recommend this to me as a brightening blush, but I do not like the style of brightening blushes on my skin, so I'm just not gonna bother. I'm probably gonna give this away to my mother because she really loves Flower Nose too. But this is a really pretty soft pink, so if you are more of a fair skin tone, I think that this would look really pretty on you. And then we have the interesting Cake lip creams. I have the shade Meredith and Cranberry. They're in this really beautiful component. It is disguised as a cake. When you open it up, there is a lip brush and the formula on the inside. Also smells like fruity strawberries. I love the smell of this. And the formula shocked me the most. So for it being a matte lip cream, I expected this to be really dry, especially because it's that blurring matte lip cream. However, it's not that dry. This lasts on my lips a lot better than other matte lip creams without drying them out or making them pill, which is really surprising to me because most of the times matte lip formulas dry out my lips, but this doesn't really dry them out as quickly. They gave me a soft peachy pale shade and they also gave me a bright red shade. None of these colors are in my palette or preferences, so I would definitely pick out different shades for me. And I do find it kind of annoying with the brush because when you're applying it, you're kind of applying it at an angle so it doesn't touch, you know, the actual component. I find it to be unnecessarily bulky. So as much as I think that this is like really cute packaging, I do think it could have been, you know, improved a little bit further because I don't think it's fully enjoyable and practical to use. I would probably go in and use my fingers over the brushes that come in these. Other than the shade and other than the packaging, I do recommend the formula. And the last thing from Flower Nose is actually not makeup. However, I do really love it and would recommend it. It is their handheld mirrors. You've probably seen, you know, some content creators using this in their videos and they are so pretty. Like, look at this. It's in the shape of a butterfly. And I do find this to be really handy when I am filming because my mirror is right here and I need something a little bit closer just to make sure, you know, everything is blended and all good. And it just adds like a little bit of a vibe to my videos, but it's also practical. They don't feel cheap or like hard plastic. They do feel weighted and beautiful. This is something I would actually recommend as a gift if you are getting a gift for someone. I think they would really love this. Moving on to my next favorite C beauty brand, Judy Doll. Judy Doll is known for their viral mascara and also their lip products, but I don't hear a lot of people talking about their single eyeshadows. Excuse me. Can we say Urban Decay dupe here? I don't say that lightly. This is the Judy Doll single eyeshadow in G01. It is so similar in terms of reflect and shine, and it's significantly cheaper. I don't know if you can see that because the camera's kind of far, but it's so reflective, so beautiful. The formula is slightly, just like a tiny bit creamier than the Urban Decay. The Urban Decay is a little bit drier, but other than that, the way that they apply and the way that they look, very, very similar. I also bought another single eyeshadow from Judy Doll. This is G33. This is their soft shine color eyeshadow. So this formula is a little bit creamier. It reminds me more of like indie eyeshadows, and it is a duochrome, so it has like this green orange duochrome shift to it, and other lights kind of looks gold. This isn't a color I really reach for it that often, but I do think the formula is gorgeous. And in my last video, when I talked about Asian beauty, I shared how I didn't really like the Judy Doll viral lip gloss that was going around. I got a specific like nude shade and I felt like it did absolutely nothing for me. For some reason, the formula was just super thin and the shade was also very sheer, so it barely showed up on my lips and it just faded very quickly. But a lot of y'all in the comments were saying that you didn't understand what I was talking about because you love your Judy Doll lip gloss and I have to try a different one. So I got another one. I got a different shade because I had to give it a second chance. I absolutely love the packaging of the Judy Doll lip gloss. It smells like fruity heaven. Couldn't get over it, and I picked out the shade this time, 11. And 11 is more of a mauve purpley pink color. And this formula definitely feels thicker, but also has more pigment. It actually shows up on my lips and I like it better. I don't know what happened with the other one. I don't know if the other one was a fluke or what, but I see the hype now. I get why y'all love it. And this is something that on a daily basis, even when I'm not wearing makeup, but I want to put something on my lips, that I know I'm going to be reaching for more often. So this is a win. Just keep in mind, y'all, with a lot of these products and also just Asian brands in general, shade is going to be a huge factor in whether you like something or not. So if you get a shade and something seems off, it might not be the formula, it could just be the color. This is a perfect example of that, but I'm really happy that I gave it a second chance because look at this. It's so shiny, so pretty. It is very watery, so keep that in mind. It's not something that really stays put as easily as a thicker lip gloss, but it's not sticky. It's comfortable on the lips, makes them look juicy, and it leaves a little bit of a stain. I also picked out the Judy Doll Water Essence in the shade G03. This is similar to the lip gloss, but it's an essence. It also has that metal tip applicator. Again, I like Judy Doll just because of their like metal applicator aspect of their products. I find it to be unique at the moment. There's not a lot of products like that. It's just so comfortable on my lips, so cooling. So I'm a sucker for it. What ruins this is the fact that it smells and tastes like flowers, which I do not like. But the formula of the water essence is gorgeous. It's a very melty, thick kind of gloss formula. It's stickier than their ice water lip gloss. This is actually a little bit thicker, I would say, and more longer lasting on the lips. I'm just so mad that it smells and tastes bad to me. Formula, really good, but if that bothers you, stay away. Then we have a very underrated C beauty brand called Joocyee. I think that's pronounced correctly. Hopefully it is. I came across this brand because I was doing research on the Patrick Ta eyeshadow duos and looking for alternatives and dupes. And some people recommended this on TikTok and I was like, I gotta try it. So I bought 2 of their singles. One is in D127. This is a very chunky, shimmery, creamy, metallic formula. Holy moly. Look at that. Very, very metallic. The second shade I have is D113. This is a little bit more, again, it reminds me a lot of a Lithium from Urban Decay. It has that very taupey, neutral brown base and then some metallic shimmers. I have this on my lids right now. These eyeshadows are packaged like Urban Decay, so if you like the clear packaging, I think you'll really like these. But the quality of them, I'm like at a loss for words because I think it speaks for itself. If you're looking for ultra metallic, ultra shimmery topper eyeshadows, Joocyee is where it's at. The only downside is that on YESSTYLE, they have like select shades available. So some of them that you see on YESSTYLE have been sold out for a long time. I'm hoping that they restock more of these shimmery eyeshadows because they are just incredible. I don't really have anything bad to say about them, and I can't even say anything good because I will just sound like a robot saying the same thing over and over again. A product that I don't think anyone I've seen has talked about is the Joocyee blushes. They have all these other products that, weirdly enough, don't fully fit within the eyeshadow vibe. I feel like their eyeshadows give me like Kaleidos, give me that grunge Girlcult vibe, but then the rest of their makeup feels very sophisticated. To me, reminds me a lot of Victoria Beckham, Lisa Eldridge. This packaging is tortoiseshell, it's hard plastic. It clicks just like that. And the color of these blushes are medium to brown skin friendly. Or even if you're deeper, these might actually work for you too because they're very pigmented. So if you are looking for a C beauty brand that has blush shades for you, this blush is going to show up on your skin tone. On my skin tone, I think it's even a little too pigmented for me. It is a soft matte blush. The shades are very sun-kissed. A lot of them are like deep autumn blush colors. So if you have a tanner skin tone, I think they would look really great on you. It has this blurring soft focus effect. The only downside about it is the fact that I think it's too pigmented for my taste, but I love the packaging. I think the shade would work on someone that's slightly deeper than me, slightly tanner than me. And because the finish of this formula is this soft matte finish, it doesn't enhance my texture the way that satin or glowy blushes would. So those are some of my favorite C Beauty products. Hopefully you got some ideas. I know that Asian beauty can be very overwhelming, especially if you're just getting into it. I know it was very overwhelming for me. I put it off for years, but I'm so happy and excited to get into this phase of makeup because I do think what these brands are putting out are a lot more interesting than what I'm seeing at Sephora and Ulta. If you have tried any products from these brands that you think I would like, let me know in the comments below. And again, thank you so much YesStyle for sponsoring this video. If any of these products fit within your budget or preferences, you can use my code LQ12 for 12% off for any order over $59. Thank you all so much for the love and support. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye!